So welcome everybody. This is a particularly nurturing and nourishing class because it's the last in our series looking at this late summer and the earth element. And yeah, so what we'll need for this one, as I mentioned, is one or preferably two blocks, but don't worry if you don't have blocks. Books are fine, bolsters are fine, pillows are fine. And the other thing that you would like is a big blanket, preferably a yoga blanket. Again, don't worry if you don't have a blanket. Beach towels are actually really good as well. So we're going to start immediately with our blanket. Now, with the yoga blanket, it's a lovely big thick woolen blanket. So it's actually really nice to get one of these if you do get the chance. So when we have an open blanket, it's obviously pretty big. So what I want you to do now is open it and then fold it in half. Okay. So it's fairly big, okay? And then we're going to place it horizontally over our mat. And we're going to do a really lovely little nurturing Shavasana where we are going to wrap ourselves up, okay? So hopefully it's not too hot where you are, because if it is, you might want to use a sheet or a sarong. All right, so I've also got a block here, or you might want to put an extra blanket up here too. That's to rest the back of my head on. So I'm going to ease myself down here, and then I'm going to take one side and wrap it over here, the other side and wrap it over here. So I'm feeling quite enclosed and relaxed. I'm going to put my head on the block, just so make sure that I'm relaxed, that my shoulders are soft and relaxed, sinking down to the floor, feet turned out slightly. You can always place something extra on your belly if you like that weight too. Palms up towards the ceiling and then closing the eyes. You can always pop an eye pillow on here too if you want to. So when you find that space, that lovely feeling of release, you always know when you're there, when you don't want to move, okay? I actually don't want to move here, so I know I've kind of got there straight away. And so when you're feeling comfortable, closing the eyes, softening the gaze, and let's just feel the weight of the body sink into the earth. You might notice the back of the head heavy. Taking that awareness all the way down the back of the body. Whole length of the spine, into the hips and pelvis, down both legs to the feet. Feeling a softness in the soles of the feet and each of the toes. Taking the awareness now into the shoulders and sensing the back of the arms on the floor. Palms soft, fingers relaxed. Feeling the lower jaw released, the tongue heavy in the mouth, and all the muscles of the face soft, forehead soft, crown of the head relaxed. So coming to breath awareness now. So for this, you may like to take the hands and place them over the belly. And just notice a gentle rise, fall of the belly, under the hands. With each exhalation, feeling your body soften, unravel, release. Taking away the desire, if there is a desire, to control the breath, and instead simply observing the natural rise and fall of your body with the breath. Fingers relaxed, thumbs relaxed, whole body soft. Checking in with yourself now, noticing how you're feeling physically. Noticing how your energy is, or where your energy is at right now too. Noticing how you're feeling emotionally. And as we've got the blanket wrapped around us, have a sense of wrapping yourself up maybe a little more, treating yourself very carefully, very tenderly. So as we move through the class, being very gentle with yourself. Take the awareness now right to the crown of the head, to the Sahasrara center, the crown chakra. You may even notice or feel a sensation of the crown opening with the breath and softening with the exhale. Again, there's no right or wrong, just being open to any sensations. From here, take the awareness into the third eye, the Ajna chakra, between the eyebrows. Breathing into this space. Allow thoughts to release. Next breath into the Vishuddha chakra at the throat center. Noticing the breath just gently soothing the back of the throat. And then taking the awareness into the heart chakra, the Anahata chakra. Gentle rise and fall at the heart center. Next, taking the awareness to Manipura Chakra at the navel center, our energy center, also known as our hara. Breathing into your energy center. And then taking the awareness into Swadhisthana, below the navel, sacral chakra. Drawing awareness and energy down into the lower belly, internal organs. And then finally drawing the awareness into Manipura at the root chakra, very base of the tailbone. So take that awareness now as you breathe in, drawing the breath all the way up through each chakra, from Manipura to Sahasrara, and then all the way back down. You may like to do this a couple more times. Have a sense of perhaps if there is one chakra where the energy flow may be a little different. And then very slowly, as you inhale, draw the arms up above the head. Have a lovely big stretch. Interlace the fingers, turn the palms away. And if you have the block under the head, you may like to just turn the block just a little higher and just slowly roll the head one side to the other. Alternatively, taking the block away and just allowing the head to gently rock towards the left ear, back through the center, and then rock towards the right ear and back to center. Just going slowly from one side to the other. And then coming back to center and sensing the ears are the same distance from your head to the earth. And then it's time to unwrap ourselves. So you don't have to. If you're doing this in the recording and you just want to stay, that's fine. But for now, I'm just going to ease the blanket away, slide the hands up to the knees, draw the knees in towards the armpits and have a little rock from one hip to the other, one shoulder to the other. Gentle rock. And then either taking hold of the wrist underneath the thighs or coming into happy baby pose, taking hold of the outside edges of the feet with the hands, allowing the tailbone to sink down to the floor and relaxing the shoulders. Again, perhaps a little rock from one side to the other. So being as energetic as you feel comfortable here. So you might like to press gently into the hands and resist with the feet. You might like to draw the knees in towards the armpits, but making sure that that tailbone stays weighted down into the earth. And then slowly release, circling the ankles, circling the wrists one way, and then going the other direction. Bending one knee, extending the right leg, interlace the fingers, and just feel a gentle stretch along the back of the leg. You might even like to point and flex the foot. Keep the shoulders soft and relaxed. Let's just bring that leg over the left, coming into reclining pigeon. Interlace the fingers behind the thigh, or perhaps in front of the shin, and perhaps another little rock from one hip to the other. Feeling the back getting a gentle massage on the blanket and the mat. And then placing the foot down, and we'll swap to the other side. So extending the left leg now, relaxing the shoulders, drawing that leg towards you, pushing gently into the heel. And again, maybe pointing and flexing the foot. Soften the jaw, soften the shoulders, soften the gaze. And then coming into our reclining pigeon. Little rock if that feels appropriate for your body. Perhaps come into stillness if that feels better for you. And then release. And again, lovely big stretch. Take the hands to the top corners of the mat and the feet to the bottom corners. And then sweep the arms around, bend the knees. And you have a couple of options. Either come over to the side to sitting, or just roll up and down the spine. Keep the chin tucked in towards the chest. A little massage again along the length of the spine. Coming up to sitting. See, Minty's wrapped herself up as well here in the blanket. That is just so funny. Okay, inhale, we're going to raise the arms up, interlace the fingers, stretch. That's it, just feel that length now through the body. Keeping the left hand there, take the right hand down, reach into the fingertips, and let's just go over to the side. Just being mindful that this arm doesn't come down in front of the face, feeling that length. And just breathe here. Now you may, if you have a block handy, even want to come onto the forearm on that block or on your pillow or whatever feels right. Let's just take a couple of breaths here, breathing into the side body. Perhaps even turn to look under the armpit if that's okay on your neck. And when you're ready to come back, look forwards and then bring this arm in front of the body, engaging the core, raising the arms up, interlace the fingers and palms up. So I'm deliberately doing a little bit of a more gentle clasp tonight. And that's because, at times you really need to just nurture yourself a little more. And if you're doing this class at the end of summer, it's always a good time just to start to wind down a little, get used to the transition of seasons. Perhaps turn to look underneath the armpit, soften into the shoulder, reach into the fingertips, and breathe. And when you're ready, bring that arm down in front of the body. Draw the fingertips out now. Draw the fingers back. Okay, and then breathe out. Take the left arm on top of the right and wrap yourself up, chin to chest. Inhale, open, and exhale, other arm on top. And move with the breath. Inhale, open, exhale, take the other arm on top. And just continually make this a lovely flowing movement. You might even like to visualize in your mind flowers just nodding in the breeze, almost as if your arms are like leaves. And then release. And let's just circle the shoulders now, drawing the shoulders up towards the ears, back and around. And place the hands down. So keep that energy down now after all the summer energy of summer. Palms down, chin to chest, head heavy, and roll the right ear around to the right shoulder and then the left ear around to the left shoulder. And gradually begin to circle the nose as if you're doing little circles with the tip of the nose, going one way and then the other. And then when the chin is next to the chest, tuck the thumbs into the fingers, a little pummel, using the pads of the fingers, back of the head, crown of the head. So into that lovely Sahasrara center at the crown of the head, coming down like a beautiful waterfall down over the forehead into that third eye. So a little bit of connection with our chakra energy system here. And then we're going to go into Vishuddha, the throat center, into Anahata, the heart center. Coming down into Manipura, the navel center, Swadhisthana, and then all the way down into Muladhara. Oh my gosh, I think I called Muladhara Manipura. That is a brain snap. I am so sorry. Muladhara. Okay, and then inhale, reach the arms up. Interlace the fingers. Just interlace them a slightly different way this time and turn the palms up. Beautiful. And take hold of the opposite elbow. Soften the shoulders. Okay. Breathe here. Maybe look up slightly. Feel a little arch through the spine. So if I just turn to the side, you can see that hopefully I've just got a little bit of an arch there. Actually, it doesn't look like it at all, does it? But I'm not doing this, that's for sure. I'm opening up here. I'm breathing into the heart space, softening into the shoulders, and then bringing the arms up, cross at the wrists, palms together. And then go the other side, cross at the wrists, palms together, and bring the arms down. Okay, just swing the arms a little. And we are going to have to move Minty at some point. Well, I feel really cruel doing that right now. But we're going to, if you do have blocks or pillows or anything, we're going to take the blocks like so between the soles of the feet. Have a little bit of height underneath the sit bones. So this is a little version of Baddha Konasana. And we're going to just lean forward, gently take the forehead to the fingertips. You may even want to just rest the hands here, or you might want to take hold of the feet and just curl over here and just relax. Give the head a little nod, a little shake. So you've got a gentle opening into the insides of the legs, into the adductor muscles. And the crown is softening down. And if you can, maybe even holding into that kidney 1 point, which is just below that second and third toe. So again, just very grounding. Soft sips of air here. Taking that awareness behind the heart. Feel that openness through the back ribs with the breath. And then gently releasing, easing your way out really slowly, removing the blocks, taking the hands behind you, fingers point away, bend the knees and just doing our windscreen wiper. So knees go from one side to the other. What you want to do here is you want to look over the opposite shoulder. You want to push away with the hands on the ground and you want to open up through the heart space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. Okay, and I seem to have moved. All right, so from here, just sitting back into your cross-legged position. Another thing you might like to try is with a block is just place one foot over the other and just maybe even support this. So you're like, I can never do lotus, but I can do this with my blocks. So if you kind of want to have a go with those, then that's fine, that's good. All right, we're gonna raise the arms up again, interlace the fingers. Just do one more movement here. We're gonna come into Gamakasana Arms. So take the right hand between the shoulder blades. Take hold of the right elbow with the left hand. If you want to, bring this hand around, hold on to the hands behind you. Nice deep breaths. I am completely inflexible, by the way, my hip flexors. I have a very kind of deep joint. That's what I say anyway. So I've never really been able to take my knees towards the floor when I do Baddha Konasana, but everybody's different. So if you're like me, don't worry. Your body just is slightly differently skeletally. Okay, and then see if you can hold on to the hands behind you, the other side. And breathing into the heart space and then release the arms. Little Balinese dancing, shoulders soft, move from side to side, and then release. Okay, and what we're going to do now is we're going to have to move the blanket and move the dog. Two things didn't really want to do. Oops, sorry, I've woken you up. And pop this here. And we're going to come up to standing. All right, I'm going to have to adjust my camera here. Oh, Minty is super relaxed tonight, isn't she? Super relaxed. Hopefully you guys are too. So take the feet about hip distance apart. Remember, you can always grab your trusty block between your feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Okay. And now we're going to set the feet wide. Okay, so fairly wide, not too wide. And we are going to either grab our blocks or our bolster, but we basically want to have a little bit of height here. See what I've done? I've got my blocks like so. You might need to make it a little bit higher. I'm going to take the hands to the hips, little finger into the hinge of the hips, and just hinge forward, holding it here. Now, if it feels okay, just take the forehead and just rest it on the block. Just relaxing here. You might want to take the hands towards the ankles, have a straight back, softness in the knees. So just a very light pressure with the forehead or the blocks. And I could actually probably just go a little lower and still enjoy this. So this feels good for me. So find your height. It could be that you want to have the blocks stacked on top of one another. So yeah, it might take you a while to find the right height for you. And then just bend the knees, take the hands onto the blocks, look forward, straight back, breathe out, bend the right knee and keep the left leg straight. Inhale through the center and then bend the left knee, keep the right leg straight. And let's just move from one side gently to the other. And let's hold it now on this right side or wherever you happen to be. You might want to take the hands towards the floor. And breathing here. So just a gentle opening up through the inner thigh. And then let's go to the other side. Using the blocks if you need to, or you don't have to. That's it. Lovely, straight back and then release. And then I'm going to take one of these blocks away. I'm going to do a standing spinal twist. Left hand on the block, right hand on top of the left hand and trace the fingertips up towards the shoulder. Look up towards the ceiling if that's okay, or look down to that supporting hand. And breathe here. 3 lovely deep breaths here. Keep reaching with the fingertips towards the ceiling. That's it. And then when you're ready to release, bring that hand down, swap to the other side. So this gives you this lovely line from both arms, both hands. Turn to look up towards the ceiling. Soft shoulders. And then when you're ready, release. Bend the knees, take the hands to the hips, engage the core, draw the lower belly to the spine and come up with a flat back. That's it. And let's just heel toe those feet back together. Let's take the feet about hip distance or maybe a little bit wider and circle the hips around now. A nice big smooth circle. As if you're just tracing your hips in the edge of a barrel. And let's go the other way. That's it. And then inhale, reach the arms up again. Breathe out. Bring the feet just a little bit wider. Turn the toes out slightly. Exhale, hinge down. Sorry, sit down. So the weight is it's very even between both feet. The knees are turned out slightly. So if you look, your knees are tracking over your second and third toes. As if you're riding a horse. Come into standing goddess. Nice deep breath here. Make sure the elbows stay in line with the shoulders. As you breathe out, twist. Inhale through the center and then exhale, twist to the other side. Keep this elbow back. It will want to come forward, but keep it even. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Now let's take the right elbow underneath the left. Bring the hands together. Just walk those feet back together again. And let's come into a chair pose in our eagle arms. Weight into the heels. Couple of breaths here. Feel really strong and grounded through the feet. When you're ready, push up. Release. Stand in Tadasana. Let's take that awareness through the chakra points again. Breathe all the way up through each of the chakras. And then all the way down from Sahasrara to Muladhara. Breathing up the spine and down. One more time. And then hands to the hips. Take the feet out wide again. Let's come back into our standing goddess. Holding it here. Elbows back, knees back. Wiggle the toes. Twist to the left this time. Inhale through the center. Twist to the right. And just move with the breath. As you breathe out, you twist. As you breathe in, you come through center. That's it. And then back to center. And then let's just release the left arm under the right. Walk the feet in towards one another. Come back into our chair pose. As you can see from the side, it's as if I've got a little stool that I'm just going to lean on. That's it. Elbows down. Fingertips in line with the tip of the nose, ideally. Breathing here. And then slowly push up through the heels. Let's release the arms. Little shake. Now you might need something to lean against here. We're just going to do a little quad stretch. So take hold of the foot behind you. And if you can, try and have the knees together. Gently push the hips forward, and perhaps even if you can, walk the thumbs up and down the sole of the foot. And the heel back towards the toes. And then from here, if you can, so I've got my right knee bent, I'm going to raise my left arm up, reach up through the fingertips. That's it. Now see if you can take hold of the inside of that foot. I'm going to just shift my hand around and either stay here or gently come into a little dancer pose, keeping that arm up by the ear. It doesn't have to be the full dancer, just a soft, gentle dancer. And then release. Bring the knee up so we're in stork. Holding it here, and then place it back down. Let's take a couple of breaths here, recovery breaths here in your Tadasana. Soft breath out through the body. If you're blowing away, gentle, blowing out a candle in the distance. Empty out the breath. Okay, now let's remember what we did on the other side now. So we're going to come into our little quad stretch first off. Hold it here. You might need to go near a wall. Hips in alignment, knees together. Push the hips gently forward. Feel that opening up through the quad. Shoulders nice and level, chest open. Eyes soft, jaw relaxed. Okay, now raise this opposite arm up. Reach up into the fingertips, and this might be enough. Otherwise, you're going to move your grip. So you're going to be holding that foot from the inside now. And then as you breathe out, just gently hinge forward. Keep this arm up by the ear. Don't have to go too far. Stay with the breath. And then release, and let's bring this knee up into stork. Hold it here. Draw the shoulder blades down towards one another. And then bring the arms down. Back into Tadasana, arms out, eyes soft. Breath fluid. Breath rising up the body Exhale, flowing down the body. Breath like a magnet, flowing up and flowing down, drawing the energy up and feeling that grounding energy with the exhale. Softness in the palms, in the fingers. Okay, and then we're going to do our tree pose before we come back down to the floor. So just take the right heel to the left ankle, and you might want to just bring this foot up a little bit higher. So again, wherever you feel comfortable, you might want to take the arms out. Bring the tip of the index fingers towards thumb. Find your tree. Imagine the arm reaching up to the sun. And pushing with this foot against the inside of the leg will help you maintain that balance. And then we'll release the arms, release the foot. Back into your Tadasana. Spread the toes wide, rock the body forward, and then back to the heel. Over to the left, to the front, over to the right, and back to the heel. And let's go the other way now. Back to center. Feel the weight even between both feet. Relax into the wrists, into the elbows, into the shoulders. Checking in with all the joints, ankles, knees, hips. Breathe into the belly. On the next inhale, sweep the arms up. As you breathe out, bring the back of the hands together and draw the fingers back. We're going to swan dive. So if your back is bad, just bend the knees and keep the hands on the thighs. Otherwise, swan dive down. And hopefully you maybe have a block still here. And you can relax here into this. If your back is sore, then just rest the forearms on your thighs. Otherwise, hold on to the opposite elbow or just lightly place the hands on the block. Feel gravity draw you down, crown towards the earth. Weight slightly into the balls of the feet. And perhaps a little rock from side to side or front and back. Perhaps just soften into the base of the skull by doing a little figure 8 with the head. Just so small, subtle. Remember to be kind and tender and move gently. Soften into the knees and just feel yourself just melt. Upper body melting over the legs. If you're feeling like you want to do something a little more energetic, just take the weight into the right foot, raise the left leg up as if you're going to do a standing split. And then place that foot down and go to the other side. Finding that balance, moving slowly. Place that foot down. And then gently sitting down. I'm going to take the legs out wide. I've got 2 blocks and I'm going to place them under my knees. Might just do them a little bit lower. And I'm going to relax my feet. I'm going to have a little bit of height underneath my sit bones. So just perching myself up on there. Oops, sorry. Okay, startled you. Okay, Minty's my bolster for now, so I'm just going to rest here. Actually, I think I need you a bit closer, but there you go. I guess you'll put up with that for now. You could always, actually, I do have my bolster. It's always good to have all your props within easy reach. You could, and Minty's not going to like this because I'm going to have to move her slightly, but place your bolster here and rest here, and this is so relaxing. Very calming. Or you can make it just that little bit stronger and come forward and just maybe rest their head to one side or the other side. So just go to where feels good for you, and you may not even need those blocks. Okay, so if you've got a little bit more flexibility, you'll probably be able to take those away, or maybe even put I know Sarah Manning, who's a wonderful teacher, she puts pool noodles or socks underneath the knees here. So she fills in all the gaps, and you might want to take the head to the other side. Again, nice deep breaths. Feeling the belly on the bolster. Gentle massage. And then when you're ready, just walking the hands back up towards you. Just do a little twist. Breathe in, exhale, look over the shoulder. Take 2 more breaths here. And then go to the other side. Breathe in, look over the left shoulder. And then back to the center. And maybe just do this a couple more times. A little lightness, a little playfulness here. And release. And inhale, sweep the arms up. Bring the hands around. Gonna move the bolster. Bring the left leg up. Bring the foot in line with the inside of the foot, and just going to turn to face this outstretched leg. Interlace the fingers and breathe out, hinge forward. Inhale back. Again, you might want to just pop something under that knee if that feels good. Exhale. And then you're going to hold wherever feels comfortable. Quite nice having the block here because you can support the forearms. Or you might even want to make it super cozy by placing the bolster here and just resting. So just go to wherever feels good to make it more yin-like. And then just soften into the pose. Breathe. Going to hold this one a little bit longer. Just check that the shoulders are at the same height and you're not rotated through the torso. So keep letting go with that exhale. Letting go of the heat, excess heat from summer. Breathing in a coolness, a cleansing energy. And then very slowly walk the hands back up that leg. Just give yourself a bit of a massage as you go there, and take the left hand behind you. Raise the hips, lovely full body stretch here. And let's release it down. And let's go to the other side. I should move Minty, but I feel like I can't. Sorry. I feel that would be a bit cruel. She just looks so relaxed. Okay. Okay, so here we're looking forward and then we're hinging. We're just turning from the hips, got that little bit of height underneath the sit bones. Interlace the fingers and we'll just exhale. Hinge forward from the hips and come back. Do this a couple of times. See how that's feeling for you. Because we want to be kind to our body, practicing ahimsa. And then when you're ready, just going to where feels right for you. Again, just play with this. If it feels too much, then pile on a few props and blankets and make it more comfortable, more supported. Just holding. I really like this actually, just holding, encircling one wrist and then just having a slight pressure at the point just below the little finger, the crease of the wrist, and that's heart 7, and that's a very nourishing acupressure point for the heart, and it's very calming. So just holding that, gently breathing here. Feeling the belly move with the breath. And bring to suspend any sense of control, simply observing, witnessing the rhythm of your breath. allowing yourself to soften into the shape. And then very slowly, gently easing your way out. And just a little counter pose. Raising the arm, raising the head, coming back down. Just bring the legs back, giving them a little bit of a shake. Just massaging, circling into the knee. Just doing whatever you need to do, circling into the elbows, stroking down the forearms, circling into the wrist, bit of Ayurveda here, Abhyanga, which is the Ayurvedic self-massage, which is really nice to do. I do this every morning, well, whenever I can anyway. Not every morning, I wish I did. The black sesame oil, it's really good for the body. Okay, and just give yourself a little bit of a shake here to just let go of any of that excess heat from the day, from the week, from the month, from the season. So even if you're not in summer when you're doing this, you know, whenever you're, it's always really nice just to have that sense of release. Okay, and now you might want to wrap yourself back up the way we wrapped ourselves up at the beginning. So it was so relaxing for Minty that she's not been able to move ever since we did this. So let's just push you there. Sorry. Okay, and so remembering we've folded our blanket up twice. I have got a whole lesson on blanket folding, but I'm not going to do that to you right now. It's way too complicated. Okay, so we're going to put our blanket over our mat, horizontally in the middle of the mat. I'm going to give you a couple of options too. You might want to, if you've got an extra block, pop the block at the bottom of the mat, 2 blocks like this, or a bolster, or blocks and a bolster. And then I've got my other block, which I'm going to put under my head as I did at the beginning. The other thing you might like is a Wheatie bag or pebbles in your hands. Please let me know if you want more restorative, because I teach restorative yoga and I've got a training coming up all the time, training. So let me know. Right, okay, so I am now all wrapped up. I'm feeling really contained. It's really good if you're feeling that you just need a little bit of kind of connection. If you're feeling anxious at all, if anyone's anxious, it's a really nice thing to feel this containment. You could always pop the bolster a little bit further under the knees, rest the lower legs on the blocks if you want to. Perhaps just turn the head slowly from one side to the other. When you're ready, come back to center. Check. Does the head feel central? Is the forehead fractionally higher than the chin? Is the back and the neck long? Does the body feel free and comfortable? Palms up towards the ceiling, or just resting the hands just below the navel. And breathing. Soft sip of air in, breathing out. Feel the breath infuse the whole body. So I'm going to ease my way out reluctantly, and I'm going to read you a little bit of a relaxation. So you stay where you are, nice and comfortable, hopefully. Feeling nurtured, feeling safe, feeling secure. Okay. Okay, so got my book, Guided Relaxations. I was going to just see where I came to. Oh, you know what? I think we might do a crown chakra, because we focused on the crown chakra at the beginning of the class. So this is the point just above the crown of the head. So take that awareness into this point. Let all thoughts fade away. Let images of your day fade away. Let sounds, sensations, and aromas all fade away as you draw your focus inward. Notice the gentle rhythm of the inhalation and exhalation. The breath coming into the body absorbing the energy and vitality from the prana, and then expelling the apana, the air your body no longer needs. A continual reassuring rhythm, the wave-like motion of the breath, soothing, nourishing, calming. Focus on extending the length of the exhalation. Now imagine going for an early morning walk. The crisp air and the birds beginning to sing in anticipation of a new day. A day offering fresh possibility and opportunity. Your walk takes you on a gentle pathway that winds through leafy woodland. You are climbing uphill, but you manage each step comfortably and your legs feel strong, easily able to support your body. You feel your arms swing freely and you enjoy deep breaths of clean air, which is tinged with the faintest hint of eucalyptus. There is a soft mist which makes your skin tingle as you continue to walk up the winding pathway. The night is beginning to lift as the sun slowly appears, projecting rays of light which illuminate the sky. You feel uplifted and motivated by the light, appreciating the beauty of nature. You feel energized and wonder at the synchronicity of the walk. As you take each step, the light shines brighter and brighter until you find yourself at the crest of the hill, just in time to see the full spectacle of the sunrise. You notice a bench and take a seat, surveying the scenery around you. The sun's rays are radiating across the sky, illuminating everything around and below. All the colors are bright. You sit for a moment feeling the soft warmth of the sun's rays on your skin, drawing in the light from the crown of your head right through your entire body. Just as the sunlight has illuminated the world, you feel as if this light switches on each of your cells, your whole body alive, vibrant, and healthy. Spend a few moments now feeling the light flow through you, around you, above and below you. This natural light bathes your body, mind, and spirit. Feel the healing property of this light and appreciate the full range of tones and hues from the sunrise. You feel the connection to your crown chakra and the connection to your true self, which helps to strengthen your spirit and illuminate the path on your life's journey. When you are ready in your mind's eye, standing up from your bench and imagine yourself having a stretch, raising your arms to the light. The sun is higher in the sky now, the warmth of the sun already increasing as you decide to return from your relaxation. You know you have been lucky to witness such a spectacular natural event, and that you have been rewarded for taking this time out of your day to do this guided relaxation. As you prepare to return to the room or space where you are practicing, remember this light remains within you and around you. Know that it resides deep within your heart center, and you can connect with it whenever you need. So beginning to deepen the breath now. Awareness of the room that you are in or the space that you are in right now. Picturing in your mind this space. Casting your awareness to the sounds around you and beyond you and far into the distance. And when you are ready, begin to ever so slowly bring some movement back into the body, doing whatever feels right. So moving slowly, gently, carefully. If you're wrapped up, perhaps just slowly begin to unwrap yourself. You might like to do another gentle neck stretch. You might like to take the arms above the head. Stretch into the right arm and the left leg, and then the left arm and the right leg. You might like to rub the palms of the hands briskly together, and then rest the hands over the eyes. Feel the eyes sink back into the eye socket. And then very slowly begin to ease your way up, back into your comfortable sitting position, taking your time. And come back, making sure that you feel centered, that the weight is even between the right and left sides of the body. Then raising the arms up, bringing the palms together to rest at your heart space. And just taking a moment to observe how you are feeling, as we did at the start of the session. How you are feeling physically, energetically, emotionally, intellectually, spiritually, forehead to fingertips. Namaste. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Hari Om. Thank you so much, everybody. It's lovely for you to be in this space, whether it's live or the recording. Just try and take a few moments before you rejoin your day, feeling that energy that you have created. And I will see you again soon. So if you have any questions, please always stay in touch. Give me a call or email katie@katiebrownyoga.com. Always happy to hear from you. See you soon.